Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Brewin on Broad Street. I'm Steve Snyder, entrepreneur in residence here at Gesmer Updegrove. We're a full-service law firm for the life cycle of earlier stage, rapidly growing, scaling tech companies. We do a lot of transactional work, lots of financings and M&A work. It's always a treat to be visiting with entrepreneurs, and I have a special entrepreneur with me today. Erik DeGiorgi is a long-standing friend. I think we first met in 2013.
Time flies.
That is amazing to me.
I know.
And at the time, you were a co-founder of
MediaView.
That's right.
Yep.
With your dad.
That's right. The family business.
So that was quite a business, and I always like to do some research on my friends that I'm going to visit with, and I did some research on you and found a couple of pieces of information I found interesting.
Hopefully not incriminating.
No. Actually, the opposite. I didn't realize that I know you were in the military.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that from 2001 to 2003, you served on the honor guard for President George W. Bush.
Correct. Yes.
Amazing.
I got it's a professional statue. Got very good at standing still.
What was that experience like?
Well, it was based in D.C., and we were in a small unit of Marines that did all the ceremonial work in and around D.C. So, dignitary arrives, somebody needs to open the door, stand on the stairs of the Pentagon, the White House, hold flags, salute, rifles, all that stuff. We did a burial detail at Arlington Cemetery. So basically all of the ceremonial roles. So it was President Bush, it was his cabinet. So basically over the course of 2 years, kind of stood next to almost near everyone in that administration. Didn't say a word, didn't move, didn't do anything, but stood there.
Well, I know it's referred to as the honor guard, but what an honor.
It was a unique experience. It was a unique duty. There's not a lot of people selected. It's a small group.
And then I had already known that you had a tour of duty in Afghanistan.
I did.
From 2003 to 2005, I think.
Yeah, I did. Yes, indeed.
So
it's a little bit different duty there. Yeah.
Truly, thank you for your service.
Of course. Yeah.
So, very meaningful. So thank you.
It's hard to believe it's been 20 years.
Okay, a more recent piece of information I learned about you.
Okay.
I looked on LinkedIn this morning.
Yep.
And in the audience, how many of you know what a lollipop man is? I had no clue. I saw a picture of you.
Yes.
As performing lollipop man duties. Tell us what a lollipop man is.
Yeah, so just as context.
Please, we need that.
It's a bit more of the family business. My brother-in-law is a professional race car driver, and he races in the GT3 World Challenge this year for Mercedes. And so we were there this past weekend. So we'd like to go to a lot of races and support him. And there was actually a last-minute shortage in the pit crew, and they asked me if I would become the lollipop guy, which is basically holding a large stick with a flag on the end and deploying that as the cars are coming into the pits and doing it at the right time when their car is coming in and dropping it in location, and they pull up and they stop against it, and then you just get out of the way and let the pit crew do their thing. And
it looked exciting.
It was exciting. I have to be honest. I was nervous. It's on the surface a trivial task, but the implications are big. If I screwed up, we could add seconds to the pit stop time. If I made a mistake, we could even incur a penalty. So it was, if you watch the video, it happens in about 3 seconds down and start to finish. But I practiced probably about 20 times before I did that and asked probably about a half a dozen questions of just like, okay, I want to do this. I want to make sure it's right. do it and get out of the way. So,
Very interesting.
well, I'll tell you one quick thing. So I did it twice because there's 2 races, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. So by Sunday, I thought I had it down. And so, on the radio, okay, cars coming in this lap, everybody getting their positions, and I go and pick up the stick, and it broke. And the flag fell off the thing. So within about 30 seconds, I had to figure out how on earth to reattach this thing. And fortunately, I did, and I got it, and it was all set. But it was like it was a nervous moment.
And you thought serving in the military
Yeah,
was
right.
stressful.
Yeah, the pitch was a little less stressful, but not.
All right.
It was fun.
I want to move on to NetSpeek.
Yeah.
So you founded the company last year,
Yes, we did.
and it has really taken off. It's very exciting. So
Yes.
tell our audience about NetSpeek.
Sure. So NetSpeek is bringing to market the first AI ops platform, AI orchestration platform for Pro AV and UC network operation. So to put that in plain English, we've basically built an AI network operator that can be deployed into conference rooms, meeting rooms, classrooms, collaboration spaces, and basically ensure that those technologies are operating as they should, make sure they're updated, help those teams with installation and management and product life cycles. So just think about having an AI network operator that has been trained on every single piece of technology on the network, has an encyclopedic knowledge of the entire support history for that network, is able to observe all of the technologies 24/7. And actually, it's smart enough to take those observations, to take that training, and to act in very similar ways that people would,
Yes, of
right?
course.
I see a problem. Well, let's identify the problem. Is it related to that device? Is it network-wide? Is it isolated to the room? Let's look at logs and other information we can pull from those technologies. Let's cross-reference that with maybe support ticket history. Have we seen similar problems historically or in different locations? And then take all of that information, just as a human operator would, and develop a resolution path. So our technology is actually smart enough to go and do all that observation and then actually construct and execute actions on those networks. So we've really mimicked a lot of what human operators are struggling to do in that space, IT, AV operators, just because there's staffing shortages, the technology is only growing in complexity. And so we're able to insert our AI. We've named it. It's called Lena. And Lena stands for Language Enabled Network Administrator. And Lena is able to perform a lot of those tasks on a day-to-day basis. And the outcome of that is meeting spaces, collaboration spaces, classrooms have more uptime. And I'm sure you've walked into a meeting room and had it not work. And I'm sure you've sat around a table while there's somebody frantic trying to fix that problem. Our technology minimizes those occurrences as much as possible.
We need you.
You're welcome to. You're welcome to.
So AI is not brand new, but it is newer on the scene. Your market is going to be evolving, and the needs of the market
That's right.
are going to be evolving.
Right.
How do you see that playing out?
Yeah. So, certainly over the past couple of years, there's been this explosion of AI. Right. It's now part of our day-to-day lives in many capacities. I think what we're seeing now is, as what NetSpeek is doing, is taking the kind of general technology and when I say AI, I'm generally referring to generative AI, large language models, agentic infrastructures, those kinds of things, but then taking it and making it a specialist in a specific market vertical. And that's exactly what we've done. So we've taken the kind of general capabilities of that, and we've fine-tuned it and honed it to perform a specific task in a specific vertical industry and application. And I have to imagine that within the near future, that's going to be the norm across all industries and all market verticals, in your profession as well. It's going to be everywhere. So, we're really focused on doing that in the Pro AV industry, and we're we see an opportunity to do that well. And if we do, we see an opportunity for horizontal expansion into other industries and markets where there are similar problems of too much technology without interoperability. And so that could be building automation. It could be a manufacturing floor. A network device to us is kind of a network device. So we're building the platform to be deployed into these verticals, learn everything about it, learn about the technologies, connect with those technologies, and be able to operate those networks.
And that answer is a great segue to my next question, which is, how do you see NetSpeak's future over the next 3 to 5 years? It will evolve as well.
Yeah, it's hard to look out that far with everything moving so quickly. I'm always slightly hesitant to use the analogy because it's a bit cliche, but they say like the startup is the building the plane in free fall kind of thing, and we've heard that a million times. I go another step and say in the world of AI, it's like you're doing that, but every time you reach into the toolbox, you have a new set of tools that you have to figure out how to use to build a plane, during that descent. So it's like this whole new element, and it's AI because it's moving so fast. But we're, going back to what I was saying before, what we're hoping NetSpeak becomes is we're building this kind of technological foundation and operational model to deploy AI into a network of disparate technologies that lacks interoperability. And so we're doing that, and we're selling that into our industry, and that's how we're going to grow the business. But what we're doing kind of behind the scenes is building that infrastructure, that apparatus, to where other people can pick it up and deploy it into other industries and other applications. Mm-hmm. So we're building the application, but we're also building the tools in a way that can then be used by someone else to almost like rebuild what we're building in a different application. So we'll see where that goes.
Very exciting future.
I think so.
So I want to pause on NetSpeak.
Yep.
And focus on you.
Okay.
Ask you to think back over your career span and tell me about the most pivotal career moment that you have had. What would be at the top of your list?
The most pivotal career moment. I mean, I'd like to say, it's the ideas, it's what's become NetSpeak now, but I think there's been a handful of moments that have helped me learn quite a bit about the value of the team, how to manage the team, how to grow a team. I had, of course, some frontline experience with teamwork in the military, but transitioning that into a corporate environment took some time to figure out how to do that. And it's been not a single moment, but it's been a lot of learning opportunities along the way where you have wins, you have issues that arise that you need to deal with. But I think that learning, well, maybe it's not answering your question and it's an isolated moment, but I can think about several moments that helped me learn how to build and manage an effective team along the way. And that's really foundational to what we're doing now.
Running rapidly growing tech companies, being involved with them, living and breathing them is quite the roller coaster. You were on the roller coaster at MediaView.
Yep.
You are now on the roller coaster at NetSpeak.
Yes.
So for our audience, what advice, what guidance do you have for them?
It's always tough to answer that question because, like, who am I to give advice? But I think what's gotten me through it is, I'm doing what I'm doing not because I'm the most inventive or smart guy. I'm not the best at doing my work. I'm not any of those things. I really do think that any founder, anybody that's really gonna do this, not just hit the social scene, but like really do it, needs to be able to endure, because it's not for everyone, and it may appear glamorous on the outside, but it's really not behind the scenes. It's really challenging work. It's really, they call it a roller coaster. Why? Because the winds, the peaks and valleys are extreme, right? And they are. And there's a lot on the line. People's lives aren't on the line, right? We're building AI systems, but people's professional lives are. People's careers, people's, success brings a lot, and you're going to fail every day if you're going to be successful, and you just have to be able to endure that. Think products don't work, you lose accounts, people, tree up. I mean, it's very hard to do. Money doesn't come in. How am I going to pay people? It's not for everyone, and you have to be able to get beat down, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and do it again.
But a key is learning from those experiences.
Absolutely learning from, going back to
pivoting.
Yep.
Figuring out, okay, this didn't work exactly as I expected, but, and then you evolve.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And I mean, as much as anybody else, right? I mean, you just have to go in every day, put out fires, especially if you're running it's lonely at the top, and everything flows uphill, right? In the startup, everything flows uphill. So as a founder, you just have to be able to cope with that and realize you're going to get all the jobs that nobody else wants to do. You're going to shoulder the stress, and you have to not allow that to go downstream, right? And you have to do that with confidence. You have to just take the hits, keep moving forward, and keep the team oriented and aligned and motivated.
And stay focused on growth and ultimate success.
Stay focused. That's tough, especially in an early company, doing something new that hasn't been done before. You need to have the discipline and stay on track, because it's so easy to go and be pulled in different directions and just say, hey, that's really interesting. That might be a great business. It looks really fun. But nope, none of those are aligned with my North Star. Yes.
So when you're not focused on NetSpeek, what do you enjoy doing?
When is that? I don't know.
Yes, you do have some time.
What do I do in downtime? I try to do anything that doesn't involve a screen. That I had a portion of my life as a furniture maker and a woodworker, and I'm not able to do things at the scale right now that I'm used to doing. So I'm finding fun things to do. I'm actually, my wife's going to roll her eyes when she hears this, but I'm building a wooden ship right now. So for a couple hours every week, I like to go and work on my wooden ship, and it's probably going to take me about 3 years to make, because it's not a rush to finish. It's about the process, and I'm leveraging the things I used to love about working with my hands and furniture making and woodworking, and I'm putting into this project. So
is this ship the size that you can get into to sail?
No. It's a model. It's a model. It's this big, but it's scale, and it's fun. You got to cut every piece of wood. You have to fashion your own hardware. You have to sew your own sails. You have to do all these things. So all the stuff that I used to love, making furniture and everything, I'm able to kind of put into that, and as much as it's possible, which is really hard to do, kind of just turn off and just enjoy the process there.
Sounds like fun.
I think so.
So we're coming to the end of our conversation. What did I not ask you that I should have?
Did you not ask me?
Yeah.
You haven't asked me how, well, it would be an odd question, but you haven't talked about how helpful you and everyone here has been, not just professionally, but also personally. We've gone as you well know, it's that roller. You've been part of that roller coaster, right? 2012, you said? It's been 12, 13 years. So that's a good chunk of it, and you've been with me for a large part of it, through the ups, through the downs, and yeah, thank you, because
You're welcome.
it's been extraordinarily formative and meaningful and helpful. So I really appreciate you and everything else that your team has done for me.
It's been a treat for me to be along for the ride with you. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here with us this morning.
My pleasure.
When our audience wants to be in touch with you,
Sure.
what's your email address?
Yeah, so I'm easy to find. Erik at netspeek.com. You can find me certainly on LinkedIn as well. NetSpeek is NETSPEEK. And, certainly check us out, netspeek.ai.
And Erik is spelled.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Yes.
ERIK.
That's
yes.
right.
So
Because if they sent email to the other Erik,
yes.
you wouldn't get it.
We should probably set that up as an alias. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that when I get home.
All right. Thank you again for being with us, with me.
Thanks, Steve.
We really appreciate it. And until next time, when we're again brewing on Broad Street.